reviewing the fight card that just happened. I forgot that there was a guy that was supposed to fight Oscar Duarte, Richard Shit Breath Hitchinson, right? Hitchinson. Apparently, he got sick or something. They probably asked for drug testing and he shit himself and claimed it was food poisoning, if I had to guess. Right. That's my take on it. But going into this fight, where Andy Hiraoka beat Gary AntuAnne Coleman Jr. the ninth, right? And there's going to be a lot of people who watch these videos. His name isn't Gary AntuAnne Coleman Jr. the ninth. It's Gary AntuAnne Coleman Jr. the 12th, right? And then I'll just pretend to give a shit for 1 second before forgetting the next, right? And it's kind of been like a thing that I was going to do for forever with Gary AntuAnne, where whenever a fight of his came up, I would try to bring it up at the very end of the video, and then you would hear a click. And then I would just not even talk about it, right? Like the video would just end. I was going to try to do that for forever. Because I'm still here. I didn't end the video, right? That's what I would do. So lead you on to talk about Gary AntuAnne Coleman, and then just end it. And that was like a segment that I was gonna try to aim to do for his entire career, because there really is nothing special about him. He's a C-level fighter. Andy Hiraoka beat him, in my opinion, pretty much all 12 rounds. Andy Hiraoka walked in there. He was blacker than Gary Coleman and his bodyguard, the ref. Right? Skin tone wise, he was blacker than the both of them. And the DAZN was trying to give as much credit as they could to Coleman by giving him every round. And even though his bodyguard docked a point from Hiraoka, the DAZN actually still had Hiraoka winning, because they had it even until that last round, and Hiraoka won that last round. So the DAZN had Hiraoka winning that fight, and immediately the judges afterwards put it like, I think it was like 118 for Gary Coleman Jr., right? Junior the 8th, or whatever it is, Junior the 12th. And the same people on the DAZN says, yeah, they gave the right score, completely undermining their own unofficial scorecard. How fucking retarded can they be? Sergio Retard the Mora, right? The moron, Mora, and whatever, Chris Gaylord, whatever, right? It's pissing me off, man. It's the biggest ass kissers. They don't even remember their own fucking commentary on who's winning. Because I'm watching that fight, and Hiraoka's just clubbing this fucking little midget over and over and over with the left hand over the top. Left hand to the head. Left hand to the head. And the little dude is doing nothing. He's just shoe shining. He's like slapping. Ba 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 ba. I was trying to count the solid punches from Coleman, and he landed maybe 2 or 3 the entire fight, when he wasn't holding and hitting the other dude in the kidneys, or jumping in with the head, holding, headbutting, and punching the kidneys, right? And there his bodyguard goes to fucking Andy Hiraoka, says stop holding. And he wasn't even the one holding. The one that was holding was Russell, right? He was doing some 100% cheating, but also 50-50 cheating. And he was still losing because he was just slapping. Like, what can you say about these? He fights just like his older brother, right? His older brother, Gary Coleman Jr. So Gary Coleman Jr. is like his older brother, not the 9th or the 12th, was listed at 5'2". And Gary Coleman the 9th is listed at 5'9". But they were standing in the corner, and Gary Coleman the ninth, the younger brother, was 1 inch taller than Gary Coleman Jr., who was 5'2", right? When he fought Vasily Lomachenko, Vasily Lomachenko towered over Gary Coleman, and he beat the shit out of him to the point like his soul was just gone after that. Gary Coleman, the aspiring junior, Coleman Jr., the aspiring boxing champion, was nowhere to be seen after Vasily Lomachenko took his soul. And there was a whole group of people saying they needed to rematch because Coleman could have won that fight. He'll win the rematch, knowing that they were never going to rematch, knowing that his soul was taken away. Vasily Lomachenko would have just finished his career in that rematch. That was a rematch that I wanted to see too. Right, but here comes his younger brother, the ninth. Whatever it is. However many kids, whatever it is. I think it is the ninth. He's getting clubbed over the head with the left hand over and over and over. Solid shots. Solid shots. It looked like he got buckled so many times. And he was just jumping in with his head. Trying to do something. He's a bum. He's a bum, right? And that's why I never really talked about him, because as long as they were going to push him against these shitty fighters, what is there to say about him other than to just click and just end the video right there? Because there's nothing to say about him. He's nothing special. He's got a glass chin. He gets hurt to the body easy. He shoe shines his punches. He doesn't even land with his knuckles. He can't box. He can't box in the middle. He can't box going forward. He can't box going backwards. I think it was like after the first 5 rounds, he was getting whooped. And so they tried to change something where he went backwards. He started going backwards in the 6th to try to counterpunch, and Hiraoka just beat him up. He was landing solid shots to the body, and it was just like, man, Russell is just food for anybody. They're literally just, he's an opponent. He doesn't even know that he's an opponent, right? He thinks he's a champion, but all they're doing is just building him up to feed him to somebody that's just going to just whoop his ass. And so Coleman's his best route is to just pretend like he wants to fight and then just do what his older brother Gary Coleman Jr. did. Just fight bums for 10 years. And then when you get beat by a guy that you're not supposed to get beat by, just say that you had a shoulder injury since you were 2, right? He was born with a shoulder that was inverted or some shit like that. Again, man, that's rehashing. I'll rehash it. He can't box standing still. Can't box going forward. He's got no power. He can't box going backwards. He's got no power. He's got no chin. He gets hit to the body. He gets hurt. His stamina is shitty. His output is shitty. He doesn't throw enough punches. Even his corner was yelling at him. They were pretty much telling him he was losing, but he just didn't get the message. It's not like he could have done anything anyways. And they were saying that this Japanese guy only had 24 fights with 0 amateur experience. Right? He's 24-0, basically, with 0 amateur experience. Went in there and whooped his ass. That guy landed maybe 3 solid punches. And I can rant for a whole fucking hour, go through all his shitty career. We're talking about Gary Coleman the 12th, whatever, right? Whatever his name is, Gary the 9th. He sucks, man.